where I'm starting today is to talk about my car, my van. My Montana is a 9-year-old van. It has over 150,000 miles on it, but I'm telling you right now, it's paid for. So it is a joy to me because it gets me from here to there. But there was a time, as with all older vehicles, where certain things don't work. And our gas gauge became disconnected from the gas tank. So we could not see how much gas was in it. So it took quite a bit of discipline to make sure that every time you filled up the gas tank, you reset the trip mileage, so because we knew how much, and then when it got to a certain mileage, you had to go and refill. Well, there was one time where I was in a hurry, and so I did reset the gas mileage, but I only put a half a tank of gas in. Then we had a trip to Grand Rapids, where my sisters live. And yeah, you see where this is going, don't you? And I told my husband when we got in the car that the trip monitor was reset, but it was only for a half a tank. And then as soon as I gave him that information, I promptly forgot. And he, in turn, forgot as well, because we made it to Grand Rapids just fine. And we got about halfway home and on I-69, and as you can imagine, the car started to knock, and we knew we were in trouble. So he was able to get off the expressway, and just on the top of the overpass, and because there was a little bit of incline, the car died. So we're thinking, no big deal. The whole family's in the car. I got a teenage son. My husband's in good shape. I'll get in and I'll drive. And they'll push the car, and then once we get up over that little crest of the hill, they'll both jump back in the car, and we'll coast down into the gas station. There's one thing, though, that we forgot, is the sliding door of the van has a child safety lock, and we had closed the door when Mark got out of the car. And so he and Dave push the car. Dave jumps in, and Mark is left on the side of the road because he can't get the door open. And now, it's comical now. At that moment, I'm screaming, no, I can't leave my son on the side of the road. And Dave's like, keep going, keep going. It was pretty, it was kind of a mess, actually. But finally, I stopped and pulled over, and Mark's gets in the car. And then Dave walked the rest of the way to the gas station. And we got gas in the car. But the whole point of this is to show you the importance that we need to stay connected. It would have been a lot better if our gas gauge was connected directly to the gas tank, and we would not have left our poor son running down the country road over I-69. So the beauty of John 14 through 17 is that almost all of it is exclusively Jesus' words. And if you haven't figured that out right now, Jesus is our connection to the Father. In John 14:6, Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one can come to the Father except through me. And really what we need to keep in mind is we need to stay connected to him, because we are empowered to meet with the Father because Jesus paved it that way through his death on the cross. But not only did he pave the way to the Father that way, he also gave us a direct connection, because he also promised he would send the Holy Spirit to maintain that connection. So Jesus made the connection by his death on the cross, and we maintain that connection through the Holy Spirit. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of time here to talk about the Holy Spirit. I'm certainly not going to do an exhaustive study of his character and who he is and how he interacts with us, but just to give us a little taste of what he means to us and what his role in the Godhead is.